My name, I better introduce myself so you all know who I am. I'm Katy Maag. I'm actually a cardiac rehab nurse. I'm also a certified laughter yoga teacher. I'm also a mom to two, well, three if you count my husband, but he's on one. I have my oldest son is my $1 million. My second one's 1 in a million. My first one was 1 pound and 12 ounces at birth. Had a quick in my ears, has cerebral palsy. I had to learn how to laugh or die crying. Yeah. And my second one, he's the one that's going to drive me. That's why I say he's 21, and I don't know about anybody else, but if you got more than one typical child, God love you, because some of the things that come up. Holy smokes. And so we're going to talk about laughter in the seniors, because I'm sure we all can agree that recent holiday season, or even just the past 3 years, are not family, money, finances, not feeling well. This all takes part, right? It all plays with our head and what we do. I can relate. So with that, we're going to just talk. I'm not very formal. We're just going to kind of chat and talk. I'm going to give you a little bit of laughter exercise. You got to calm down a little bit. So I'll try to take my time getting to that point. The question. So we're going to talk about the power of laughter. How many times do you think you laugh in a day? That's right, keep laughing. How many? Oh. How many times do you laugh? Yeah, a lot? Yeah. Good. Not enough. Good. A lot. Kids actually laugh 300 to 400 times a day. Oh, wow. And do you know why? Well, they're laughing crazy things. My nephew, we were driving down the road and he was in the backseat of the car. All of a sudden we stopped at a stop sign and I'm like, there's a big comb on top of the stop sign. In my mind, I'm thinking, who lost their comb? Where is it going? Blah, 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 blah. He's in the backseat laughing. He's like, what? I'm like, that is funny. You put that up there, you know. But kids actually feel and express with their heart, not their head. As adults, we get in their head. Actually, the most stressed people are when they're 25 years of age. Can you imagine why?
The weight of the world.
Huh?
The weight of the world.
The weight of the world, just starting out, and all the. Now they say when you're 80, when you start having better life and more laughter. Well, I'm not waiting that. I am not waiting that. No. But the power of laughter can do many things for emotional health. It can increase our enjoyment. It can sorry. Oh, that's even good. I got them on the order. Increases our mood, increases our energy. Who doesn't need more energy without caffeine? It also decreases our bad emotions too by laughing. But there's other benefits that we get from laughter. The physical benefits that they've discovered over the last few years, in the last 20 years, it's been doing more research on laughter and the benefits of people. I'm actually in a program called Applied Therapeutic Humor. I'm sure any of you have ever heard of that? It's actually a program where more and more hospitals and evidence-based research companies and communities are figuring out how much benefit people get from laughter. The physical benefits you can get, 10 minutes of actual hearty laughter can equal an hour on the rowing machine. But it's also physical activity. So that's why we kind of said, don't eat when we've been doing this, because that won't be different for you. And it can help your blood pressure because it helps relax the muscles. It helps release stress. Who doesn't need that? A lot of people do. It also helps with muscle tension. How many people in this room have ever had so much stress that your eyes start twitching? I tell the story about my son. He was a senior in high school and he had his finals. And he comes around the room and he's like, oh, I'm like, yeah. Gotta call the doctor. I'm dying of a brain. I said, And where'd you get that from? You know, he's like, well, my eye keeps switching. I said, oh, you're stressed. And I said, you probably had too much caffeine. So the combination of those two actually will make your eyes twitch. Oh, what do you know? I know nothing. Come back to me in 2 days, boy, and then we'll talk again. 2 days, exams are over. He comes back and I said, so I said, you know, poke me there. I said, so, did your eye still twitch? No. I said, okay. I said, what do you think happened? Nothing, I don't know. Didn't remember that, I don't know nothing. They told me that parents don't know anything again until their kids are about 25. I was like, I'm playing it up. You know, cause I can. What do you know? Not a thing. Yep. Not a. Yep. But, some of the other physical benefits you can get, lower your blood pressure. Why not, right? We couldn't use that. It also helps with COPD patients with their breathing, because it helps them get a better breath. Right? And when you laugh, actually you expel more stuff out of your lungs. And it helps, like when people are stressed, they start having other symptoms also. When you're stressed, you can have, there are at least 20 or more symptoms that you can have. Headaches, backaches, muscle tensions, another one that we talk about. I kind of laugh, because statistics is 75 to 90% of all people that go to the family doctor are related to stress. And I thought, oh, who come up with that? Went to the family doctor for an appointment for my son. I was with him and said, oh, Brendan, and I said, this is about the statistic. And he said, no, actually I can believe that. I said, well, why? He said, because people were watching the 12 o'clock news and they said, you need to worry about this. He said, I had only 2 people on the books. And he said, by the time the news was over, I had a full day. I'd be talking to the news people.
I changed the channel.
Yep. And it is. And even stress, and this is the statistic that they have, even if you're not in somebody's conversation and they're behind you or you're in their earshot and they're complaining, your cortisol level will go up or your stress level will go up. Really? That is true. That is true. So why not laughter to counteract that? If people who are more joyful seem to radiate, people are more drawn to them, like most of the way it happens. Some of the other physical benefits people can have is decreased pain, and this is an important one for the winter, immunity. Wow, increases your B cells and your T cells. Anytime I have a friend that'll come to me now and say, hey, by the way, I just got diagnosed with cancer. I have a friend that just got diagnosed about 6 months ago with stage 4 ovarian cancer. Didn't know it, whatever. Went to Cleveland Clinic, had surgery. Said, okay. I said, I want to know what's your favorite comedian or what's your favorite, show, TV show. She said, everybody loves Raymond. Good, got it. I got it for her. She's been watching it daily because it makes her laugh. She enjoys that. You gotta find what makes you laugh, because your humor, my humor may not be the same. Same with men and women. So cognitive function, what do you think can happen when you laugh? Cognitive function or brain thought?
You're more alert.
Correct, you are. Increases your oxygen by 50% when you laugh. You know that. Which, when that happens, increases the blood, the oxygen supply to our head, so you can think outside the box and think clear. So that's 2 of the benefits. It also helps with memory. Who doesn't need help with memory? Help with connections there. They actually, in Mumbai, India, I'll talk about this in a little bit. Mumbai, India is the call center of the world. They actually do laughter yoga or laughter therapy with their kids in school with ADHD, because it helps them burn off that stuff. I think it's not effective for the kids not to have recess anymore. They need to burn that off. Who does an adult? I sometimes like to walk on time. See, they're not taking out. One of them's not as healthy. Besides, I'm a little groggy. So usually I take a walk, but because it helps. But, cognitive function, they also use it with their, why? Because it helps build connections. It's kind of hard to be mad at somebody after you laugh with them, right? Well, it depends what they laugh at. Don't laugh, laugh. I'm gonna do that disclaimer, you laugh, I'm not at them. That's a whole new talk. But it helps with connections, it helps, especially, this time of the year. Sometimes you always have that one person that's not a desirable person that you don't want to be spending too much time with, you always get sad. Crack a joke and more.
Maybe that's what I'll do.
There you go. I'll give you some ideas. I had an aunt like that. I would set my timer so I knew. I didn't enjoy spending time with her because she was always negative and complaining, whatever. I would set a timer, so I knew my timer would go off. Or I had to go to the bathroom. I thought I flattered. Anyway, yeah, I was gonna say, I need to see a doctor about that. So it also levels the playing field, because a lot of times in factories, the boss or manager is considered way up here and everybody else is here. But when you see your boss laughing at something, you know, whatever, you start laughing at coworkers, you know, that, and I think that's a big thing, especially nowadays. I think everybody has that, you know. And everybody's more pleasant when they go laughing, so more ha 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 and less ha ha ha. All right, so laughter in the holiday blues, what do you think some people go through during the holidays that might be a problem? It's kind of hard to laugh with some of them, right? I'm sure you all have a story of losing a loved one or missing a loved one. Or finances, sometimes that's hard. My brother, I just talked to him this morning, he's like, yeah, I was gonna give you all something good for Christmas and da 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 da, but now I found out I had to have a crown. $1,000, I said, yeah, you need to give us something, it's fine. Spending time with somebody. Yeah, there you go. I will be crowned. But spending time is the most precious gift. I have a coworker and she's like, she has 4 nephews and she's like, I just don't know what to get them. Blah, 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 blah. They're the only grandchildren on both sides and da, 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 da. And I'm like, okay. I said, you know what you're gonna do? She said, what? I said, you know what you're gonna do? No. I said, you're gonna give them a gift nobody else can give them. He said, what's that? Time. One-on-one time with you and an adventure. That is immeasurable. So any of you that have grandkids, spend one-on-one time with them. That is so important. You build that bond, you create that piece that they're gonna take on with. When I was growing up, my grandpa, I was telling her I have a book. So having problems because my illustrator said oh yeah, I know how to do the illustration. He didn't know how to do the illustration, but he didn't know how to format it. So it is sitting there since October because he didn't know how to format it. So I have to find somebody who can format it to get it made. But when I was growing up, my dad died when I was young, like 3. So my first Christmas memory was going and walking in this long, dark hallway with my grandma holding my hand and people whispering and going. I was 3.5, almost 4, and I'm like looking around and you can see the beautiful poinsettias and the beautiful smells of Christmas, the pine and stuff like that. And got up to the casket and I could see them. And my grandma bent down and she says, you better make sure you take a good hard look.
Could you speak up a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't even hear you.
You can't even hear? Oh my God, I told I got a big mouth. But she reached down and she says, now take a good long look at him. This is the last time you're gonna see him for a very long time. That is my first. So for a long time, Christmas wasn't my favorite. Now, my grandpa, the stress of losing a child and stuff like that got to him. His blood pressure remained high. He had a stroke, and then he had a heart attack and had open heart. My grandma worked. So we would go over there when we got older. I was probably 5th grade, whatever. We would go over there and see my grandpa. every day, so she could work till 5:30. So for 2.5 hours, I spent time with my grandpa. Honest, it was work, because he had a stroke, so I had to help him with stuff, but those memories are immeasurable, because you can't get that back in time as well. Now, I was telling her when he was not in well, because he had the stroke, he didn't feel well. And sometimes when we get older, we don't feel well, right? I get it. I got arthritis, rheumatoid and osteo, so some days it's not pretty, but, I digress, talking about my grandpa. The days he didn't feel well, he would go around and say, oh, a kitten, pup and hound all went around, tail sticking down. But you would remember it, a kitten, a pup and a hound all went around with the tail sticking down. Now, on the days he felt well, he'd say a kitten, a pup and a pup all went around with their tail sticking up. And the first couple times I was young and I heard that and I'm like. But it's memorable, right? You're in control of where your tail is going, I guess. Maybe it was all the days he was drinking, I don't know. All those years he was an electrician. Anyway, so we talk about some of the other challenges we can have. Sometimes connections are not what we would like with family members. And with that, you can set your boundaries. You know, like I said, I had an aunt, really didn't get along. So I just set my boundaries with her. She wasn't a fun lady. But a lot of times people were missing loved ones during the holidays. I kind of forgot about this. I had a lady last year when I went and spoke about laughter, and she came up to me in her walker and she says, "Can I talk to you?" And I said, "Well, sure." He says, "I need to thank you." And I said, "I'm sorry, I don't understand why you need to thank me." He says, "I needed this today." And I said, "Why did you need this today?" I said, and he said, "Because I just lost my husband." I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." He said, "But you know what? It was a reminder that I can laugh." And you know, it didn't change the situation, but the laugh, that he felt better. She really surprised me because I'm like, I needed this today. Not sure why. Okay, so we can, y'all got the food kind of digested a little bit. Not really. I'll talk about what laughter yoga is. Actually, laughter yoga started in Mumbai, India by Dr. Madan Kataria. Him and his wife is a yoga instructor, and he was actually a physician. And he started in a park with 5 other friends. And after 2 weeks, their jokes got stale, but they realized how much benefit they got. So now, in more than, it started in 1 country, it's now in 116 countries worldwide. In India, you actually can go to a laughter yoga session anytime, anywhere, day, night, they have it. But they're also the call center of the world. So if you think they're in Mumbai, India, they're up at night time. Unlike us. So laughter yoga is basically we're gonna laugh on purpose. The body doesn't know if you're laughing on accident or it's not artificial, but on purpose versus perceived laughter. Your body's still going to release the good hormones and the good feels and everything. So I will give you permission to let go and act like a kid. Wonderment. Remember when you were a kid how much fun Christmas was? Adults not so much, not usually. You're gonna be eating yet? Okay. I don't want to wear it. And I don't want you to show. Awesome. So the first thing I want to have you do is just basically take in a deep breath. And slowly exhale. Take another deep breath in. And slowly exhale. And on this one, you're just gonna laugh a little bit, a lot, whichever you prefer. Ready? And you get that little deep breath and you exhale, you actually will be releasing some of your stuff, secretions in your lungs. Okay. Please pay attention to your body if it doesn't feel good, if it makes you feel uncomfortable or dizzy, lightheaded, anything. stop. Actually, I've been in some sessions where we laugh so hard that their teeth hurt. That's usually a good sign you haven't been laughing for a while. It's because of the muscles. So, okay, so with laughter yoga, there's different parts. So we also use clapping, and we do clapping with our hands like this, palm to palm. You can look at rhythm, the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. One more time. Awesome. Who recognizes that sound or rhythm?
Cha-cha.
Yeah, it's cha-cha. Yes, it's a cha-cha. But the reason why we use your hand to hand is because of the pressure points. So that elicits that response. They say that they have them in your feet, but they also have them in your feet. Okay? But we will do a ho, ho, ha, ha, ha with that. We'll do it 3 times. So you do. Awesome. It's that easy. But we also do different breathing practices. Sometimes we do a 4 to 4 to 4 to 4. So you breathe in 4 counts, hold, exhale 4 counts, and hold. Okay, you want to try that? Digest it well enough. All right, ready? And you count of 4. 1, 4, hold. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that again. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. And that's the deep breathing exercises. Are you okay? Okay. Can you tell my nerves? Used to be, see, it's ingrained, isn't it? Well, awesome. All right, so we'll just practice that. And actually, we can use that ho, ho, ha, 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 transition for 1 exercise. Good enough. One way. Another thing we can do is just pretend you can laugh. We're just gonna laugh at different exercises. All right, so the first one we're going to do is an exercise called happy and sad. So we're all happy we're going to be Santa, and sad, and then we gotta be Santa. No, I'm just kidding. So you can go. Hey, ready? We had a room where you could see everybody else's face. You would see how much fun it is. It really is. Start laughing. And some people are not comfortable, I get it. And usually men are not comfortable at first, and some women it just depends. So, fine, let yourself go, I'm not gonna harm you. You can do what you need to. Anyway, so we did that one. Another one is I call jackpot laughter, or you Santa brought you what you needed. And cheer. Actually, I do presentations a lot, and this is Amy Cuddy's her thing is you go in the bathroom, pretend that you're the superstar or Superman. Yeah, I did that one time, and a lady come walking in. Very quick explanation of what I was doing and why. She laughed then. Yeah, it's fun. That's fun. All right, so we're just going to do excitement laughter that Santa came. Fine, I get it. I didn't shoulder till about 6 months ago. I had mine redone a year ago. All right, another one we can do tiki, or we're looking for Santa on the rooftop. Yes, no, you can make about anything into a laughter exercise or a laughter practice. Name something. We'll turn it into it.
Name something what?
Name something, anything.
A recipe.
A recipe? Okay, well, we'll do, eggnog. We're gonna make eggnog, ready? Okay, how about milkshakes? You guys have seen this one, all right. Or we're just gonna, put our laughter ice cream in it. And if you think we're actually doing everything. Do any shaking you want, girl. Awesome. Well, let's see. So what happened, but oh. So forgiveness laughter. I've had to do that more than once. Somebody says no idea.
She said one say it, I can't hear you
Oh,
at
you can't
all.
hear me at all.
Not when you move down like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pretend that we spilled the milkshake on the floor.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's
And just
that.
forgiveness. Somebody. Awesome. So, well, you guys wanna try the laugh with the songs? Oh, I forgot to tell you to scan your body before we started. Scan your body. Yep, so the first one we're gonna do is Jingle Bells. You all got your papers? We're changing in just a few words. You didn't have one? Oh, I got more here.
Sounds like another word.
They're right here. I won't read it. Yeah.
They couldn't make it a little
There
bit
you go.
better.
All right. So, I'm not allowed to sing the bad words no more. And they told me I was not allowed to. So we're just gonna wing it. We're just gonna change a few of the words. We'll do the ha ha or ho ho ho, okay? All right, so let's do Jingle Bells first. So dashing through the snow and what a precious sleigh. Oh, the things we go. All right, she wore that shirt. All right, we'll go single or the deck the halls. Are you ready? Deck the halls with bells. Season to be jolly. Down in the private room or baby truck. I'll let you know that now. I can't think. But you can change things like that, you know, just like little kids will do that too, right? They'll change stuff just to make it fun. And it's just enough to release some of those happy hormones and stuff like that. So, but I always do a minute of laughter for world peace, to use it. So we will just set the timer and then we'll just do a couple deep breaths in and exhale out and then laugh. So Y'all let me know when you're ready.
No.
No. So exhale out. Take another deep breath in. And exhale out. And on this one, you're just gonna laugh it out. Ready? And ah. You need to take a deep breath in between three. I got everybody still with me?
I take that whole back road back there or out of line.
Out of line, out of line. Awesome. So the last thing we'll have you do, well, for this part of it, we'll have you just do a meditation or laughter and, it's on here. We'll go through there. Is that?
It'll probably, yeah.
All right. It's only 3.5 minutes, so.
Let's begin by finding a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes.
Hold on.
So this isn't Bluetooth, so it has to like be plugged in.
And it,
So, um,
it started a new recording.
um,
Okay, well, I'll just talk you through it then. It had nice music in the background, but. All right, so take a deep breath in. Scan your body, kind of think about where there's some tension or extra not so pleasant thing. Okay, you can close your eyes if you like, you don't have to, just relax back into your chair. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is just take a deep breath in and slowly exhale, no laughing. Take another deep breath in. And slowly exhale. We'll start with our head first, just crinkle up your eyebrow. Tense them, take a deep breath in, hold it. Slowly exhale. When you exhale, just release the tension in your face. We're gonna do that again. Take a deep breath in, hold tension in your face. And then when you slowly exhale, release the tension out. Okay, next we're gonna tense our shoulders up to our ears if you want. Take a deep breath in, hold it. And slowly exhale and relax your shoulders down. Take another deep breath in. Crunch your shoulders. And slowly exhale. Let the tension go. We'll do that a third time because that's usually where people hold their tension at. Take another deep breath in. And let go. All right, We're gonna start with the left arm. You're gonna take your arm out, just tighten it, take a deep breath in. Hold it. And slowly exhale. When you exhale, just let your hand go limp. All right, the same thing with that left arm again, tighten it up. And slowly take a deep breath in. And slowly exhale, let it out. Okay. Next, we're gonna go to the right arm. Take your right arm, tighten it. Deep breath in and slowly let it exhale. Okay, one more time. Tighten. And slowly exhale. All right, we're gonna take our left leg. Go ahead and tighten it. Yep, don't get to the point of the Charlie horse, just slowly curl it up a little and then slowly exhale. And slowly let it out. We'll do that again. Go to the right leg. Tighten it. Slowly exhale. Take a deep breath in, tighten it up. Slowly exhale. Okay. Next, you're going to tighten your body. Take a deep breath in. Slowly exhale out. And release the tension. We'll do that 2 more times. Ready? Tighten. And slowly exhale. Okay, the third one, tighten. Pay attention where you think there's still tension and let it go. Now you can just sit there with your eyes closed or open, whichever you prefer. Just think about some of the pleasant memories you have of some Christmas past. We'll take another good deep breath in. And slowly exhale. That is actually, a feedback. Kids actually, there's 3 things we've done since we've probably spent 3 years of age for stress management. And you probably don't even realize you've done this. But one is deep breath, right? You ever see a kid mad? Or they tighten their muscles and relax. We just did that kind of thing. And the third one is daydreaming. So when we do the activity, we have to get outside of our thought process and kind of think about something else, right? We kind of got out of that. So it's helpful. Okay. Even though we didn't scan before we started, you can scan your body and kind of see how, if you feel better than you did before we started. Give me time to find my remote. Okay, so you're gonna ask me, oh my gosh, how can I get more incorporating laughter into my holiday? One, you can get videos of children or comedies that you like. That's always a good thing. Everybody likes different comedies. I'm a cardiac rehab nurse. I've been a cardiac rehab nurse for over 25 years. I'm privileged. I love my job. I love when the patients come in and I love when they leave. Because I see how much they progress. But they did the progression. I didn't. But I enjoy helping them. But the place that I worked at before I worked with county, it was a small area, and I'd have 4 patients a day. But I would start watching them and they would get a little nervous because there's something new, you gotta come to rehab, you know, I had a heart incident, I have to go to rehab, and they would ride their bike crutches. And I'm like, how in the world are they riding their bikes? You know, I mean, my muscles hurt watching them. So I started thinking outside the box and I started watching, or they were watching the news for one, that was the first thing I got rid of. Terrible, 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 terrible. Even if you're not in somebody's conversation, as I said, your cortisol level will go up. We weren't having that. So we started watching comedies, Red Skelton, Carol Burnett, some of those. And it was so fun because you could watch them relax and just get, feeling better. And then they would start talking to each other. And it would do my heart good to see a 30-some-year-old guy that had a heart-related incident talk to the 90-year-old guy. And they would start talking and then say, I've never seen that one before. Was that funny? You know, but they bonded. They, enjoyed it. The one fellow was 30 and I said, hey, you can graduate if you want. He said, no. I said, excuse me? He said, no, I'm gonna finish them all out now. I'm like, he was my 7 o'clock class. I'm thinking, I'm a lot at 7 o'clock in the morning. I have a lot of high energy at that hour. That's only because I get up at 3:30 because I have arthritis. I have to exercise first, but I didn't even tell him that, but he's like, no, you made it enjoyable and something and he enjoyed the food. So it made it a different feel than just, I've got to go to rehab. No, it's all right. Life's too short. You can, if it just improves your mood just a little bit in a day, God love you. Seriously. And I've had people look at me and say, well, you don't know what it is to have a traumatic life. Okay. Yeah. I don't talk about it too much. I'm a chapter in a book, so. And they didn't even put everything in there because they said, you gotta cut something off. Anyway, play games that make you laugh. I heard the lady downstairs playing cards. That looked like fun. I wanted to join. That brought me back to. Hand and foot. Hand and foot. I don't know how to play that. My husband does.
Oh, you get changes.
Oh, good. I might learn it then. We always play bid euchre and boy got, if you put your card down before your turn, you knew it. Even though he had a stroke, man, he got that hand up pretty fast. Old grandpa please. But best gift ever is spending time with people. I wear a necklace as a gift because I'm precious. Nobody's guaranteed any time. Nobody's guaranteed anything. Embrace the not usual. That if you can laugh at that, some of the stuff that happens, that's kind of like outside the box. That'll make you laugh. Some of the stuff is like, really? Jokes. Everybody's jokes are different. Enjoy them. Go find them. I'm not good at telling jokes. I just kind of say how it is. I've been on many podcasts and they'll say, well, you're funny. You need to be. And I'm like, no, I'm not funny. It's just the way I say it. I was raised by my grandparents, so my filter was broke at a very early age. I gotta say, yeah. That's it.
It's a beauty shop and you have to know your audience.
Yeah, I can say. For sure. So, conclusion, the benefits of laughter. It gives you the 4 good cocktail hormones. First one is dopamine, and it's a motivator hormone because it helps you feel better. Oxytocin is the one, and it helps you connect with people, and that is the mother's bonding one. So you feel better and you kind of feel connected after that. I've done presentations and arenas, Vegas 300, and I'll go in the hallways and, I don't know anybody. All of a sudden they'll go past me and you know that they don't normally laugh. At first I was like, oh, man, that's all good. It's fine. It's a mood elevator because of the serotonin and medicine without taking medicine. It's in your body. It's in your body. You can hack it. And that is endorphins. And that's like the runner high. You've been running. So how many people felt like you feel lighter than when you came in? Other than the lady who's been here, I'm so sorry. Usually I got enough
My hearing aids at home.
Oh, my fault. That's all right. My husband needs hearing aids. He won't get them.
Oh.
His mom was the same way, and he's like, there's 8 kids in that family, and I'm like, we just don't understand why you don't get the hearing aids. I said, I do. And they're like, what do you mean? I said, because the story you're telling her is not as good as the story she's telling herself. Right? You might have a better story telling yourself than they are. All right. All right, so thank you. My name is Katy Maag, and all my alphabet. I'm BSN, which I didn't get my BSN until about 10 years ago. And I remember telling my patients I've gone back to school for my bachelor's or my BS. And they're like, you had that a long time ago. I am a certified cardiac rehab professional. I'm a certified stress management coach, brain health, happiness coach, Uppiness Facilitator, which is a game that goes in corporations where one person has a dilemma and the other five pitch the problem. But here's the caveat. It changes. Everybody has a different problem because a lot of times in corporations, you always have that yes people that everybody else. I have over 2 decades of experience as a presenter. I used to do a lot of presentations on Zoom. I'm also a cancer survivor. I know. What else do you want to know? I am a co-author to 2 international best-selling books. One's the Cinderella Monologues Live Life and Wow. I've been an author in a magazine 3 times, and another one that's just coming out in multiple podcasts. Any questions? I get bored easy.
I'm waiting to hear a good joke.
Oh, I say jokes, I'm telling you.
I have one that I heard downstairs. Why do mermaids wear seashells?
Why do mermaids wear seashells?
Seashells are too small.
Any questions? Comments? And laughter yoga is not about jokes. It's about the practice of laughter.
What's the book you're